Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, no. We're just
Uh,
gonna let's stop pretending we haven't been talking.
yes. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about one of your favorite people.
Yes. Still, my favorite people, even after all the crap he's been doing recently. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, Less favorite, but still. I mean, I still appreciate his work. Okay. Let's be
Same.
fair. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how much he does this weird crap, I still think that he's contributing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still a fan of his work.
Mm-hmm.
But we still need to call out hypocrisy like this when we see it, right?
Yes. And we still highlight a lot of his work on our page on this
Yes.
channel, the news segments.
Yes.
Um,
I think we keep posting his articles on Atheist Republic Facebook page. I
mhm.
think we give him a lot of traffic, which he deserves because he does great work sometimes, most of the time. Most of the time. But not in this case. Right? The last okay, but tell people are like, what are you guys talking about? Let me tell them what we're talking about.
Oh, we are talking about Hemant Mehta, who
Mm-hmm.
is known popularly as the Friendly Atheist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he has a blog on Pathos for quite some time, many, many years, in a large platform, very large platform in our
Mm.
community. Um, yeah, popular blog. And
Mm-hmm.
he was on
Not very
Jeopardy.
friendly. Not very
Not
friendly.
very friendly.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. But okay, that's okay. All right.
um, yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. So what did he do? Why is he a hypocrite? At least in this case.
Well, I should be asking you that question. so, um,
Well, yeah.
well, first we're going to
I'm gonna
talk
try
about.
to steelman him. I don't know if it's possible in this situation, but I'm gonna try. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, well, a little bird sent us this article that was written by him recently.
Hmm.
Um, Not a little bird, a big bird
Okay.
sent us this article, and had had a couple of things that were highlighted in this article for us
Right.
that struck this person's that caught their attention,
Right.
and
So.
particularly how it contradicted
Hmm.
some very harsh criticism of our own Mr. Armin Navabi right here. Um,
Yes.
Back last month,
Hmm.
um, the article that he wrote about Armin, or maybe 6 weeks ago, 4 to 6 weeks ago.
So basically, we're going to compare what he said in this article compared to what he said in this article, right?
Mhm.
So this article that is the more recent one, in October 1st, 2020, is titled "Satanist Sue." What is this?
Lamar advertising.
Lamar Advertising for rejecting their pro-abortion billboard.
Hmm.
And there's a line in this article that we're going to compare to some other part to this article that was written on September 3rd, almost a month earlier, right? And it's saying this atheist, he's talking about me,
Hmm.
okay, wants people to desecrate the Quran for no
No useful reason.
useful reason, which is bizarre because Hemant Mehta is assumed to be somebody who researches his articles before actually posting it, and if he does a tiny bit of research, he would have seen that we have provided many reasons for why we desecrate the Quran, many good
Hmm.
reasons for why we desecrate, and he
Useful
didn't even.
reasons.
And we actually reviewed this article and showed him how wrong he is and how the things in this. We're not going to do that again because we already reviewed this article, right?
Well, you
And I
did. I
showed.
wasn't there.
I mean, I did, yeah, okay. And I showed you how if he done just a tiny little bit of research, he himself would have realized how wrong he is about the claim in this article. But that's
Yeah.
not what we're highlighting here, okay? We're just going to compare what he said in this article on September 3rd to what he said in this article on October 1st.
Yeah, I would like to give a little commentary on the second article about you because I wasn't there to do that the
The
first time.
first one, you mean? This one was posted earlier, September 3rd one.
Yeah, well, a second is in we're going to be discussing it second.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Oh my lord.
which part of this article on October 1st are we highlighting? Should I?
So I'll give a little background. This is an
Mm-hmm.
article written about the Church of Satanism,
Mm-hmm.
and they are suing an advertising company for refusing to take their advertisements that were going to be displayed around crisis pregnancy centers in Arkansas and Indiana. Now, for those who don't know, these are very deceptive places, often run by Christian organizations that provide women with a lot of typically very guilting and shaming propaganda
Mm-hmm.
to dissuade them from their right to choose to have an abortion. And so the Church of Satanism wanted to do some advertising around these areas because the Church of Satanism has a religious right to abortions. And so they have an abortion ritual that will serve to help women get past all of these loopholes that, or not loopholes, all of these obstacles that these states enforce to try to dissuade them from getting an abortion. Um, this includes sometimes a lot of being forced to waiting periods before you're allowed to do so. Um, Lots
All
of other.
right. Too much context. Shorter
So,
context. I want to get to the juicy part. Uh,
so the Church of Satanism wanted to provide advertising around these areas to advertise to women that they could choose to do this religious practice if they are a member of the Church of Satan, and they could still receive their abortion that way. So they had 4 advertisements that were rejected by this advertising company that has a monopoly on advertising in those areas,
right.
therefore being denied their right to communication. And they're suing for discrimination on those means.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you zoom in so we can take these advertisements one by one? Like, let's see.
These are the ads that were denied.
Yeah, so I'm going to read the sentence before. Before that could happen, though, the Satanists had to submit their designs to Lamar Advertising for approval. They ended up submitting 4 of them. So here are those 4. On the left, you see not a cake batter. This is my favorite of the advertisements. I think it's the most effective. Then you see this Church of Satanism logo in the middle. You see not a baby on the right. And of a sperm connected with an ovum. Then in the middle it says our religious abortion ritual averts many state restrictions because that's what they have the religious right to do.
Mm-hmm.
The second advertisement has 2 women, very 50s style with like a Coca-Cola. And the woman on the left is saying, Susan, you're telling me I do not have to endure a waiting period when I have an abortion? And the woman on the right is saying, that's if you're a Satanist. And
Mm-hmm.
then again, our religious abortion ritual averts many state restrictions. And then the link to their website. This is where things probably get more controversial. Although, if you're deeply pro life, probably all of them are too, or provocative, I mean. This one makes me laugh.
Be
Here you
careful
have,
not to mention this
yes,
guy's
yes, yes,
name,
yes, yes, yes.
last name. Just mention his first name,
Yeah.
okay? Okay.
So we have a kind of an old fashioned woman holding up what should be a baby, but instead of a baby, it's Adolf. Um,
Well, it's an
Mr.
adult Adolf. Yes.
Yeah, adult Adolf.
Right.
Mr. H himself. Um, and the caption is, "What if abortion had been an option?"
Hmm. Oh,
Um,
wait, by the way, Chris is saying it's the Satanic Temple, not the Church of Satanism. Is that, did you say it wrong? You said it right.
I don't think I said the Church of
Yeah, okay.
Satanism.
Yeah, that's what we already said it right. Yeah, okay, never mind. Go ahead.
So,
Mhm.
then the last one is just text. Do you have more to say on that third one with Mr.
No,
H?
I mean, okay, so this is what if abortion had been an option? Yeah, I mean, the world would be a better place if this was an option, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I like this ad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where the hypocrisy comes in, right?
Yeah, and then
Uh,
the final ad is just text giving some facts. It says pregnancy complications are the sixth most common cause of death among women between ages 20 to 34.
mm.
So that's just medical or data. That's just data. And then it says abortion save lives.
All right, here's the hypocrisy coming right in, okay?
Yeah. So you
All right.
can highlight this whole little mini paragraph.
Hmm.
I love that at the top that the picture shows a picture of a cake batter with the phrase "not a cake," while the other side shows a fertilized egg and the phrase "not a baby." Does the one with Mr. H, Mr. Adolf H, go too far? Maybe, but provocation is part of what makes the Satanic Temple so effective.
But provocation is part of what makes the Satanic Temple so effective.
Hmm.
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 Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
When you sent this to me, and then you sent that line, we were on a call together, and my face was like this. I was like, oh, no, you didn't.
Why are we shocked right now that Hemant Mehta would say something like that, Susanna? Please explain. Like, oh, look at the
My
people in the live chat. People in the live chat know. Like, people are like, wow, wow. People in the live chat are just like, oh snap, man, what a hypocrisy. People know. Seems like there's double standard happening here. Like, oh, where have I heard that before? Yeah, exactly. Oh god. Oh my god.
when you sent this to me, I was like, no.
All right, let's look at which part of this. There we go.
I mean, there's like so many things about this article that we could get into. My quick commentary, since I wasn't there when you first did this, is uh it's so factually wrong on so many different levels. One, the arguments being made are just bad. They're dumb. You've done it, boy. um, um, there's so many things that are just
But no,
incorrect in this
Susanna.
article.
But before we actually, let's get right to the hypocrisy. We need
Okay.
to show, because a lot of people have no idea why we think that's hypocritical, right? So let's highlight this part of. Oh wait, this part of this article by Hemant. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the earlier article 1 month ago that he wrote, right?
Yes.
So you wanna read this part?
Yes. So the article first starts off with talking about David Wood
Hmm.
eating the Quran on Apostate Prophet's channel, and then gives really bad. It says, "Oh, he would be so upset if it's not good that an evangelical Christian did this, and
Hmm.
he'd be so upset if this happened to a Bible. He wasn't."
Yeah, no, yeah. So he's like, oh yeah, David Wood be so upset if someone did that to the Bible, and I actually did that not to just the Quran. No, I did that not just to the Quran. I did that to the Bible as well. And David Wood actually highlighted the video where I did that to the Bible. There were some other Christians that were butthurt, but Hemant was wrong about that. David Wood wasn't upset about that, right?
No,
But that's beside the point. I want to
I'm
point
just
to this. Yeah,
I'm
giving
giving
some
that context because of the way the
yeah,
sentence is phrased. You have to know what comes before. So
right,
he was saying that happened.
right.
So naturally, atheist republics, Armin Navabi, who delights in saying provocative things, presumably to get a rise out of everyone, is taking things even further with a new campaign called hashtag Desecrate the Quran.
Right.
And then he provides a link to the tweet that Twitter has since removed.
Removed, which is actually very interesting because
after the Nupa attacks.
Yeah, no, I mean this tweet, which when I desecrated the Quran, has been removed by Twitter, right? So, and it which is me basically taking, desecrating like paper, right?
Mhm.
Not talking about any group of people in any bad way. It's basically me tearing up some paper and spitting on it, right? And the fact that
don't even say anything in the video.
I don't even say anything. It's like there's 0 words, right? And Twitter has removed that, which is kind of makes my point for why, like, look at the situation that we're in, where like desecrating pieces of paper actually could get you removed from Twitter. It makes it seem like, yeah, this needs to be highlighted. Like the standards here, it doesn't seem to be the fact. So maybe my provocation like was necessary, but here's another line.
Should we do one later just because?
Look, at this point, I might lose my Twitter account if I keep doing this, right?
Not on Twitter, but here.
But the interesting, but it kind of, now that, like, look, he's highlighting the tweet and the tweet is not there. To me, that seemed like, yeah, I had a point. I was like, the response to me desecrating the Quran, not just by average people and not just by Hemant Mehta, but also by Twitter itself, shows that I had a point in like, I'm demonstrating the standards here. Well, read this part. Hold on, let me see.
Well, there's so many things about this article. Oh my god, it just makes my blood boil. The only goal seems to be provocation and getting social media notoriety, not changing anyone's hearts or minds. If that's the case, at least have the guts to admit it. Congratulations, atheists. We have our own Milo. Referring to Milo Yiannopoulos.
The only goal seems to be provocation, even though we exactly have made it so clear exactly why we do this. So he seems, and yet here. But provocation is part of what makes the Satanic Temple so effective. So again, let me read this one more time. The only goal seems to be provocation and getting social media notoriety, not changing anyone's hearts and minds. How could that be if you think provocation makes somebody so effective? So maybe the provocation is tool to changing hearts and minds. How is it that it works for the Satanic Temple, but not for me?
Because they're fighting right-wing evangelicals.
Because they're fighting right-wing, and so it's tribalism.
As if
we don't do that, by the way.
Is not, well, as if we don't do that, one, and as if Islam is not a far-right ideology.
As if, again, this gives into people thinking like the woke left is taking it a bit easy on Islam, right?
And he explicitly does so in this article, explicitly. Because he's saying, why I'm more concerned with the Christian evangelical right, Christian authoritarian right. And it's look at, here's the sentence right here: desecrating a holy book of people who are italicized, struggling in many parts of the world, rather than criticizing a specific group or specific ideas, is just lazy activism.
Yeah, lazy activism is you realizing that they're also oppressing. Like Islam is also the oppressor, the tool of the oppressor. It's not just a group of people who are being oppressed. And when they are being oppressed, Atheist Republic highlights the fact that they're being oppressed in China, in India, anywhere else. We do highlight that. But yeah, and also when you say but it's also, that doesn't mean their ideas are not wrong, right? That doesn't mean Islam is not wrong, and that doesn't mean that we need to normalize blasphemy, right? And that the fact that your reaction and other people's reaction like demonstrates the double standard that is here, and our provocation has made that clear and has done its job. So his hypocrisy, and here's the thing: when he said up here, for no useful reasons, one of the many useful reasons is for us to show this hypocrisy. Like, you are giving us you are giving us the useful reason, Hemant. You are showing your reaction is what we wanted to show, right? And also another thing we wanted to show is here. When he says, maybe I've softened on this issue from a decade ago, but whatever concerns I had about Islam at large, I'm far more worried today about right-wing authoritarians, typically Christians, who will do anything to suppress actual religious freedom and impose their beliefs on and everyone else.
God, wait, can I just rip that to shreds for a second?
Go ahead.
Oh my God. That is such a patently, blatantly US-centric point of view.
It's a US-centric point of view.
It's like you can't even see outside of your own little world view. Like,
right.
Wait, let me get that sentence exactly. Will do anything to suppress actual religious freedom and impose their beliefs in others. I want you to go talk to some Ahmadis in Pakistan right now. Huh?
Right.
Let's go talk to some Shias, some Ismailis, some Sikhs, some Hindus in Pakistan right now. Let's go talk to
Iranians.
Let's go talk to some Baha'is. Let's go talk to some Zoroastrians in Iran, okay? Let's go talk to some Jews, J people.
Let's go talk to friendly atheists. Dear friendly atheists, maybe talk to some atheists in Iran, in Saudi Arabia, in Bangladesh, in Egypt, in Indonesia, in Malaysia. Actual religious freedom and impose their beliefs on others. Are you serious?
Do you think we live in an authoritarian theocracy? Have you lost your mind?
I do agree that in the United States, I'm worried more about Christianity than Islam. In the United States, I'm worried more about Christianity than I would ever be worried about Islam in the United States, right? The same way that I'm more worried about Judaism in Israel than I would ever be worried about Islam. The same way that I would be worried more about Hinduism in India than I would ever be about Islam. But on a global scale, if you actually care about your fellow human beings, suppressing the actual religious freedoms is happening more by Islam, is being suppressed more by Islam than any other religion.
It's a fact.
For you to and here's the thing,
fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. And he's not even saying in the US. Like, look at this paragraph. I am far more worried today about right-wing authoritarians, typically Christians, who will do anything to suppress actual religious freedom and impose their beliefs on everyone else. And he doesn't even say in the United States. He doesn't even clarify that I'm talking about in the United States. He just ends the sentence here. Desecrating a holy book. And here's the thing. He actually talks about the world. So he didn't say in the US, and now he's talking about the world, desecrating a holy book of people who are struggling in many parts of the world. So not only he didn't clarify that he's talking about the US here, he's talking as if he's talking about the whole world. So this is so wrong.
His use of the italices too drives me crazy. Actual religious freedom. People who are struggling.
Way to dismiss a whole group of people who are suffering from Islam.
Millions
God
of people.
Damn you.
Millions of people. Where we're here in America, we're
how is
our Constitution?
Yeah. And how is desecrating the Quran? He thinks look at this. Look at the paragraph before it. But like Islam, all of it is uniquely off. Okay, when did we say Islam is uniquely awful? Among all the people who go after Islam, he picked us to say as if we act like Islam is uniquely awful. We go after all dogma here on Atheist Republic, not just all religions, including your dogma, Hemant Mehta. But acting like Islam, all of it is uniquely awful. When did Susanna? We have been going after Hinduism in the past month, like freaking crazy. Uniquely awful. When did we do that? Okay,
to be fair, we don't say that it's uniquely awful. We go after all dogma, all sacred cows are up for slaughter. Okay, but we do say it is the most dangerous.
We say it's the most dangerous, but we don't say it's uniquely awful as if the other ones aren't. What I say is that all religions are equally wrong, but
Yes,
they're not equally dangerous.
dangerous.
They can't be equally dangerous.
Mhm.
You could,
And also, you can talk about suppressing actual religious freedom. I want him to go look up the global data of who's the victims of
right.
who's the number one victim of Islam today. Go look that up. Go. The data speaks for itself. I don't. It's a fact.
Hmm.
Who is the number one victim of religious extremism?
Right. But here's the thing.
One,
By the way,
it's coming in so much higher above any other dogma, any other religion. And who is it harming the most? People
Muslims.
from that own religion. Yes, Muslims.
Right. David Solomon, thank you so much for the $5
Thank you,
super chat.
David. I do have to break it. I hate to break it to you, David, but I think I might have found a new general to my simp army. But I still love you,
All right.
David.
Okay. I want to highlight this part. Is uniquely off is about as ignorant as the rhetoric used by conservatives who trash Muslims. Which, by the way, the conservatives who trash Muslims, who we call out on this channel, by treating them as existential threats to everyone's freedom. That's not what we do. We actually say that Islam is not, Muslims are not the existential crisis. We say Islam is an existential threat, not to Muslims' freedom. We here fight. We don't want to defend non-Muslims from Muslims. We want to defend everybody from religion, and we want to defend everyone from Islam, but mostly we don't want to trash Muslims. We want to also defend Muslims from Islam, who are the number one victims of Islam, who Islam is the main threat. The threat of Islam for their people's freedom going away is mostly to Muslims themselves, right?
Yes. And
it's Muslims in Islamic countries' freedoms are being challenged because of Islam.
Oh, thank you for the super chat. Al Uza is here. Different $5 super chat. Thank you. Different religions are dangerous at different times in different ways, but they're all dangerous.
Yes,
I would agree.
Yeah, but currently Islam is the most dangerous, even though they're as wrong as every other religion, right? Yeah. And it depends on the location as well. As I said, the main threat of in the United States, the main religion that is the threat is Christianity, obviously. But, yeah.
Yes. And the ending of this paragraph just reveals his bias, his lens, his perspective so clearly. As of 2017, 66% of US Muslims are Democrats. So, because they align with his party, he's going to run apologism for him.
Right.
Because all he cares about is Christian right authoritarianism.
Right. Can you read the super chat?
Yes, from Arjun. Thank you, Arjun. $5 Canadian. Thank you. One good thing about fighting down Islam is that other bad ideas won't be able to hide it behind it anymore.
Right. Because because it seems like people keep all of a sudden when this creeping Sharia threat is used, that's a way to promote Christianity. That's a way to promote far-right Hindutva narratives. That's a way to promote far-right ethno-nationalists and, I can't say it here on YouTube, low melanated nationalists in Western European or European and North American countries. And also another thing I would add to that, Arjun, fighting Islam would also help us steal the platform from people who want to use their anti-Islam narratives to promote hatred towards Muslims, right? So that's another thing that we're doing, right? Because while we attack Islam, we also defend Muslims' rights, right? We also so what we do is that if we attract people who want that anti-Islam content, what we do is that we get them to us with their anti-Islam content, but then we expose them to pro-Muslim rights advocacy at the same time. So
Wait,
what?
Retard Skeptic has a hilarious comment.
Where? Hold on.
At the 29-minute mark,
Who said that?
Retard Skeptic.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, here.
He literally flat out admits, quote, besides they vote left, I almost feel like reverting to Islam so I can ask God to save him. And oh my God, Vince! Wait, Vince! No,
Wow,
you
$20.
didn't, Vince. My
$20.
heart. That's my boy. That's my boy. Vince, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. He's saying, sending socially distanced hugs while I study with y'all in the background. We love you, Vince. Study hard. Get that degree, boy. Everyone, go check out the Babylon Project. It's a really good channel. I've done interviews on the Babylon Project. Armin's done interviews at the Babylon Project.
Yes.
People like Shermer, James Lindsay, so many amazing guests. So many. Helen Pluckrose. So go check out their work. It's an awesome channel with two people I'm very close friends with. So.
Hey, this is AJ is saying maybe vanilla nationalist would be easier to say. Yeah, but low melanated
Supreme Sandwich.
Supreme Sandwich sounds funnier. I don't know.
I think vanilla nationalist gets to the point faster though.
Fine, I'm gonna say vanilla.
I like it.
Vanilla. Okay. I don't know. Is it vanilla like kind of like a derogatory term towards white people, as in boring, bland?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the not kinky. That's just where my mind is.
The what?
People who aren't kinky are vanilla.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Well, because vanilla is used for everything boring.
I guess.
Right? So I don't want to say vanilla to refer to white people, as in like, Susanna is like, people now know where my mind goes. Yeah, no, but no, I think vanilla could be like seen as derogatory. So I'm just going to say low melanated, right? What? Oh yeah, AJ, by the way, is thanking people for. Michael, how come you're not using like @Atheist Republic so I notice your comments? Michael Sherlock is saying equating atheists who criticize Islam and Christianity and Sexy Cali with conservative Christians who criticize Islam is woefully illogical, false analogy, fallacy. Yes. I mean, that article by him, it seemed like.
And then when he starts talking about the weaker Muslims and how like that's a reason not to criticize Islam, like I just lost my mind, as if we don't devote so much of our content to that situation in China. I've been talking about it for years, let alone the situation in Yemen.
Yes.
Talking about it, like, why aren't people talking about it? Like, and seeing you review that article, like, it upset me.
Right.
Because I haven't seen you upset like that. And I didn't like seeing that.
It's fine.
I know you're fine. But it was in the midst of, like, Sexy Kali. There was a lot going on. Yeah. But yeah, and it's just like you need like 30 minutes of research.
It's funny because people are saying, why not bring on Hemant Mehta and let him explain? The funny thing is, when he wrote that article, he had reached out to me on other articles that he wrote about stuff that Atheist Republic was involved with. So he had my email. But he said he wrote an article with saying Armin did this with no reason, even though there were many videos out there explaining why we do this. And even though he had my email and he know how to reach out to me to ask me if I had a reason to desecrate the Quran, and he did it. So he wrote that article claiming that I had no reason to desecrate the Quran, while he had my email, while he had reached out to me before, and how he knew that he could drop a line asking me like, hey, do you have a reason that I could include this article? And he did it, almost as if he's just trying to provoke for only provocation, right?
I mean, it was one of the most uncharitable things I've ever
seen from him. Yeah, I mean, he's going more woke recently, so
hardcore.
hardcore work. So again, he's like, you know, Islam is uniquely awful. Like, no, one other thing that is very awful, Hemant Mehta, is a woke cult that you're more and more like getting sunk into. So yeah, no, Islam is not uniquely awful. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um how in 2020 are we still needing to explain to people that attacking ideologies doesn't equate to attacking people? Beliefs are not people. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like we have already said that so many times. I don't know if we want to, like, it's just getting annoying at this point. Yeah, so as Rick said, please tag us if you want us to read a comment. Uh, ARN is saying, well, Hemet clearly has no qualms in being provocative towards Christians, but when it comes to a specific other group, he's pretty quiet, like a mouse. I wonder why. I said I'm gonna steal Manham, so let me try. Let me try doing it with this, okay? So I think what he would say is that it seems like to him, to people like him, right? That the provocation against Muslims is being used by far right groups, or maybe even just right wing, in his opinion,
Mm-hmm.
to hate on Muslims. And he's seen that, maybe he's seen that so much that people, that most of the people, that because he's like a lefty guy and he has to, his job involves highlighting a lot of right wing lunacy. In his mind, he has seen so many people that are anti-Islam, but they are using their anti-Islam narratives to actually, their main agenda is to be anti-Muslim and anti-immigrant, right? And they fear monger. They want to stir up, like they do creeping Sharia, or like, oh, Sharia is going to come take over the U.S. and laws are going to change, and your neighbor, your Muslim neighbor, could be doing jihad on you any day now, right? And these are people are a threat to everything that makes America great and stuff. Sorry about that background noise, but he's seen that so much that he, in his mind, he's like, I don't want to contribute to that. And I think people who are contributing to that are causing more harm than good, right? Because maybe he's seen, like, maybe he thinks that's the main motive behind people like talking about Islam. And people like me who are ex-Muslims are being used by right-wing groups to be like, look, we're not saying it, like kind of like an Uncle Tom situation, right? Like, oh, look, even they are saying it, like I'm a talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if he
Native
actually was,
Mormon.
yeah, but if he's more familiar with what we do, he would know that we don't let them do that, right? Every time I've been on a right wing platform, I use the opportunity because and that's why I don't get invited anymore, right? When I was on, what was that, Rebel Media, right? And when I was on some other right wing channels, I saying like, I make it clear that, yeah, the problems that I have with Islam are the same is the reason I have an issue with Islam is because of the issues that I have with Christianity as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, like, by the way, most Muslims are much better than Islam. The vast majority of Muslims are better than Islam, and most Muslims have never read the Bible, not read the Quran or the Hadith, just in the same way that most Christians have never read the Bible, right? And a lot of their audience doesn't like what I have to say. And I
Mm-hmm.
also say on their media, whenever I get invited, I use the opportunity to say the best way to fight Islam is to befriend Muslims. And if you discriminate against Muslims, if you mistreat them, you're actually helping radicalizing them, and you're
Mm-hmm.
actually feeding, and religions grow on victimization, right? Um, and in fact, that's what I was invited to be on a panel with Laura Loomer, you know
Mm-hmm.
her, right? And they invited me because I think they thought like I'm gonna say the things that they want to. Again, they didn't do their research on me as well, and they recorded me, like they basically had me there to just basically tell them why they should be afraid of Islam. But then when I was there, I said all these things, and that discussion never got released because I didn't give them what they wanted, right?
But
So the
we
fears that,
destroyed them.
No, I kept on like, yeah. I mean, they didn't like me. Like, we spent like a lot of time on that panel, and there was about a month went into planning that, and then that never got released because I didn't say the things that they wanted me to say, and I kept on emailing them. It's been a year now, and like, when are you guys going to release this? And they kept on like giving me excuses and stuff, and they never got released, right? So, and yeah, I mean, every article, like every time, like you see, like I wrote articles about why Islam is worse than that thing that I can mention here, and if you actually read that article, you can see that it's kind of like clickbait, but it's not, because I still believe that. But once you read the article, you can see I make the arguments for why the vast majority of Muslims are great, better people, and you know the reason. And again, I keep like luring in people that think that maybe they could get some bigotry from me, and then I
Mhm.
expose them to something else. So, again, if Hemant had actually done some research on this, I mean, he should be familiar with my work. Maybe he thinks I'm changed, or maybe he doesn't care. I don't know. But again, he has my email. He could have talked to me before writing this article. He didn't, because, yeah, I don't know why. But oh, here, Michael is saying, I challenge Hemant to go on the Babylon Project and present his case. I would pay to watch Vince and Co feast on his. I can't say this word, on
Poopy.
his poopy logic. Yeah. But yeah, and also he's also free to come on Atheist Republic. He has my email anytime. I met. You want to come and tell me? I'm open minded. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably not, but maybe I'm wrong. And you can tell me why I'm wrong. I'll try to be open minded and consider. Right? Maybe tell me why. Hemant, come on Atheist Republic and tell me why. Open invitation, guys. Tag him with this video and tell him that I invited him. Explain to me why me desecrating the Quran is wrong, and I will stop doing it. And I'll be open minded. Okay, I'll be open minded. Like, we'll do it live, so that the live chat, please be like, if we does come here, like, please try to steal, because I'm going to try to be open-minded, but we're always biased, of course. We were never going to be able to get rid of all our biases. That's why I need you guys to. I know there's a lot of people in our live chat who disagree with me, so that's a
Hmm.
good thing. I will try to see if the live chat could help me be open-minded if he ever comes. I don't think he will come, though, but if he does, I try to be as
Well, one
open-minded
of
as
the
possible.
problems with the people who've bought into woke dogma is the guilt by association mentality. And I think we've been tainted with that for some time.
Yeah, yeah. The example I give is that, the not the original Nazi people at or World War II. What do we call them? The original Nazis. So
I
we
like
have the neo Nazis and the original Nazis. Okay, so we can't mention the bad people at World War II. Okay, those people, right? Um, they used Darwinism to justify their garbage,
that. Hmm.
right? They use Darwinism to justify their garbage. Are we going to say that we shouldn't be teaching evolutionary biology because it was misused by those people? Like, is that the argument that we're making here? Are we going to stop doing that? I don't think so, right? I think the best way to fight against misuse of correct information is to
Call it out.
use call it out, and also to show how to the correct version is to the best. Yeah, the best way to fight misuse of information is the correct use of information, right? Like, you don't stop teaching the truth. Islam is wrong. Islam is truly horrific. If some people are using that information, that true information, misusing it to oppress, discriminate, ostracize, demonize an entire group of people,
Hmm.
that doesn't mean that we're going to stop spreading the truth. That means that we have to spread the truth and fight against the misuse of that information at the same time. Because the truth is the truth, and you have to fight for the truth.
Hmm.
Oh, look at this. Creton is saying, Do you want to read this?
Atheist Republic, your Quran burning video helped someone very special to me get over the fear of hell. So, F. Hemant and his holier than thou woke BS. Burn all the effing Qurans.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that it had
Well,
that.
not all of them.
No, no, no. Yeah, do not. The main reason, yeah, actually, good catch, Susanna. The only reason we want people to have access to the Quran. First of all, when we desecrate the, first of all, I've moved on from burning a Quran to desecrating the Quran because the one concern that I have is if somebody, I don't want anybody to burn their own house down or something like that, right? So
Also,
I
it's
think
easier.
it's easier, just like spit, throw, right? You don't need any fire, okay, and it's safer, okay. Second of all, um, I don't even burn all of my Qurans, right? I have certain Qurans that I love that I would never, like this. Like I have a gay Quran,
Oh, me
and
too.
I have a gay Quran and a very beautiful Quran with commentary. I will never destroy. I mean, I had to destroy this one a little bit because I couldn't find my cheaper Quran, but I found my cheaper Quran. This is a Quran. Do it.
Should I give the trigger warning again?
This is, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we're doing trigger warnings now before we desecrate the Quran, right? Because we want to make
to be in control of their content.
We want people to be in the control of the content that they're exposed to. So every time we desecrate the Quran from now on, we're going to do trigger warning to any Muslims that might be watching, so that they could look away, and we'll tell them when to look back as well. Okay, so Susanna, do not desecrate the Quran unless there's a trigger warning. This is my cheaper Quran that is specifically for desecration. And again, we don't burn all the Qurans because we only desecrate the Qurans that we paid for, that we own, that it's in our possession, that we could do whatever we want with, because this is my Quran. I own this, right? I would never, never, never destroy someone else's property. I will never remove someone's access to information and to knowledge, right? Like the whole purpose of like the burnings of books, so for example, by the original Nazis, was to limit information, was to remove people's access to certain information. I would never do that. I'm glad that right now we're living in a world where everybody has access to Quran online. There's like a gazillion free Quran apps on your Android or your Apple. I mean, honestly, if you're using any Apple products, you're part of another cult as well. We should call that cult as well, but that's another conversation. But but again, like if you go and burn someone else's Quran that you don't own, that's a crime, and it should be considered a crime, right?
We condemn that.
Yeah, we condemn that
100%.
Yeah, and yeah. And the only reason why I feel safe to desecrate the Quran is I know that this is not removing anyone's access to the Quran, right? There's enough Qurans out there that it will never have the impact of what the neo-Nazi people did. No, the original Nazi people did when they were burning books. That information will always be, this information in this day and age will always be available to people. Okay, if what?
I said everyone's got Suno.com.
Right. No, Suno.com is for hadiths. But if we are in a doomsday situation where like the internet is down and a lot of libraries and bookstores have been burned down or something, and we live in that world and there's like a few copies of the Quran left, if somebody wants to like destroy the Qurans, I would be going out and saving some Qurans. I would go out and hide them so that information is still like available right somewhere, right? Those German fascists burned Darwin's book. Darwinism wasn't a main tenet of their. No, I didn't say they still used it. They still used it as justification, even though they didn't. Even though there's some nuances there as well.
Can
right?
we say that F word?
I don't know. God damn it, YouTube. Maybe we can't. Why is somebody tagging Atheist Experience? We're Atheist Republic, not Atheist Experience. Here.
Armin, Islamists/Muslims have plenty of hatred towards other religious groups. Minorities are in constant threat in Muslim majority countries. Why do they get special treatment? Meaning, why do Islamists and Muslims get special treatment? Well, we already called that out earlier in the stream.
Yeah, we did.
About
they don't get special.
The actual suppression of religious freedom.
Yeah, well, minorities, just in the same way that minorities in those countries need to be protected, Muslims as minorities in other countries that are not,
Hmm.
they also need to be highlighted. They don't get special treatment, they get the same treatment. Why is this special treatment? If Muslims, okay, if Muslims are the victim, we defend them.
Yeah.
If other people are the victim through an Islamic theocracy, we defend them. So there's no special treatment. That's like we're being consistent here. Like we're being very consistent. I think we've been the most consistent among among all people that I know of. We have been the Atheist Republic has been the most consistent.
And that's why I was attracted to AR in the first place.
Right. Um Desecrating simple white paper is more harmful than desecrating the Quran. At least you can use white paper for writing down stuff. Quran is useless in that.
Hashtag paper. I mean, I could reuse this for whatever I want.
Right. Wait. Don't. Okay. Okay. Do your desecration with a trigger warning, if you because a
Right
lot of
now,
people are. Sure. Yeah. Do something. No.
okay.
Do it like. Yeah. Okay.
Give me a
Do a
countdown.
trigger warning.
5.
Count down to 4, 3, 2, 1. You had plenty of chance to look away. I actually don't know if some Muslims might secretly like that. Wait. Let me highlight you.
Oh no!
Wait, how do I do that? Hold on. Wait. Nope, not
You always
that.
do this.
I always do this wrong. Here, there we go. Wait, nope. I'm doing it everything wrong. There we go. Finally got it. All right.
It's too much fun.
All right. Look, Aaron doesn't like it.
I know you're still trying to get me to make a full, just
Yeah,
looking video.
yeah. But look at this. Aaron doesn't like it. Aaron is say that was weird. Please stop.
Hey, you were able to tap out.
Yeah, we give you warning. Katie is saying make out with the Quran. Wait, no, Susanna, don't do it. We already told people it's over, so you should stop, okay? Pyre is saying I'm jealous of that damn Quran now.
That's what I'm saying.
YouTube might label this as softcore. No, I don't think so. I think it's a joke. I'm feeling embarrassed.
It's too for me to get a rise out of people.
Fatima missed out. I feel like I missed something bizarre. What happened? Oh, look, I told you, Susanna. I keep telling Susanna that we need to make an Atheist Republic OnlyFans account.
You're trying to get me to make an OnlyFans account.
No. Hey, don't lie to people. What did I say? What should be on the OnlyFans account?
My feet?
Nope. No, Sexy Kelly.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh god. All right. Oh god. All right. All right, guys, can you please convince Susanna that we need like adult versions, nude versions of Sexy Kelly on Atheist Republic's OnlyFans account? Please tag her on Twitter and tell her that it's Armin's idea. Armin's ideas are good because she's opposed to it. You know, not yet? You're not convinced yet? OnlyFans account for Atheist Republic. I think we could make that would like be really good fundraising for Atheist Republic. No, guys, anybody in the live chat? No, Susanna dressed as Kelly. No, just art. Kelly art like fully adult version. Oh wow.
Have a simp. We have a simp for you,
I
Armin.
want girl simps. Where are my girl simps? Yeah, see? Lee is saying yes. Born is saying I support your idea, Armin. Thank you. I don't know what Vince. I don't know what this Vince. Okay, yes or no? Yes. David is saying yes. Anybody opposed to it? No, not Susanna holding. Guys, you know how you have we making sexy Kali arts and other Hindu goddesses and Fatima and Aisha adult as an adult. All of that is coming up. We're just going to make the same things, but it's going to involve 18 plus version of those art. Okay. Wow, Lee is also saying I will sign up for Armin's OnlyFans. But what about sexy Kali? Okay. Yes.
Oh, Paul is also saying he'd be your number one customer.
Yes, we want sexy Kali. Yes. Wait, yes. Mortad is saying yes and no at the same time. And wait at the same time. God damn it. The ETA of the new artwork, it's almost done, right? Mortad is saying I support it. David saying sexy Kelly with a hijab but fully naked. Yeah, I know that's a fetish. Wait, can I say the F word? I don't know. I just rewind. I have no complaints. Yes. Oh, here. Read this by Terrell.
I just bought the complete illustrated Kama Sutra on Amazon. It makes Armin's goddess project look innocent. It has an Indian drawing of a lesbian kiss. Armin would enjoy that. Yes, he would.
Illustrated. I don't think the people back then like illustrated how. Depends on how good the illustrations are. Are the original illustrations of the Hindus who first drew it? Because those are bad.
Look at what I found on the street. I found
Can we
on the street.
Can we show it? Can we show this on YouTube?
It's a pop-up version.
Wait, hold on. Wait, don't show that. What is that? What's on this? What's on the cover? Don't wait. What is it on the cover? Okay, that's okay. I don't know. I don't know if YouTube is going to allow this. We got a super chat.
It's really funny though. Arjun is saying in 10 Canadian dollars, thank you, Arjun. Make something explicit with Sita and need her on all fours or on her knees.
That's very specific.
That is very specific.
OnlyFans, Susanna, please. Atheist Republic OnlyFans art. Please. Guys, see? Susanna is the CEO of Atheist Republic, so she's the person that is deciding that we don't do this. She is cock blocking all of you guys, okay? Mm-hmm. So please go to her Twitter account. Link to her Twitter account is in the description. Tell her that she is being sex negative. Okay? Yes.
Yeah, I probably am.
Do I have any girl simps, or are all my simps guys? Like, I keep seeing like people simping for me and they're all dudes. Any girl simps? Any. I know some secret ones, but I want my simp girls to openly come and declare. Anyone openly, like my girl simps are cowards. My girl simps are all cowards. Sorry, no. I can't get over into this. All right, okay. I don't use Twitter. Okay, just tell her right now then. Oh, here's a girl simp army. Yes, Fatima, thank you. Is that true though, or is this sympathy simping? Is this sympathy simp? It is. Is it?
I think it.
No, I want. Is it honest simping or is it sympathy simping? Okay. So I want real simps. But thank you, Fatima. I appreciate it. If it's real, I really appreciate it. Oh, here. I'm a girl. I will simp for you. Okay, great. See? It's growing. See?
It's sympathy simping.
Nice. No, these are real. Pretty simp. Thank you, Pyro. Look at this. It's come with the heart as well. I like this. Sympathy. That's clever. That is clever. I simp for Armin and Susanna. No, it doesn't count. If you do both, it doesn't count because I'm competing with Susanna.
I'll take it. I don't turn it away. See, here's the
Affir-
thing: I'm bisexual, so by definition, I have
yeah,
twice the army.
yeah.
There's no.
Affirmative action simping.
Oh my
uh,
gosh!
all right. Okay, guys. It's been 1 hour now. Armin is
For
wait.
joining us.
Yes. No, it will have only she will have 6 arms. It will be true to it will be true to what she has actually. Yes, Susanna. All right, guys, we're leaving here. This was fun. This was more fun than I thought it would be.
It
So
was.
thank you for the super chats, and thank you for everybody who is a member. I really, really, really appreciate it, guys. Guys, please, if you guys are waiting for our art to come out faster, I mentioned to everybody that once we hit 300 patrons, we're gonna do one art every week. Every week. Think about that. Every week. So a link to our Patreon is in the description. Please support us on Patreon. Get us 300 patrons so that we have a new art every week. Okay, of Hindu gods and goddesses and everything. But even before 300, once we hit 200 patrons, we're gonna do our hadith illustrations, right? Islamic hadith illustrations, and we're gonna make that. We're gonna make one new comic strip of a hadith every month. Right after we hit 200 patrons. So link to our Patreon is in the description. Help us get to 200 patrons. But again, disclaimer: do not support us financially. Do not look. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. The person that was just considering. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. I'm going to support this guy. And you're like deep in debt, and you're struggling financially. Okay, do not support us financially. If you are struggling financially, don't even consider it. Okay. If you want to support us and you're struggling financially, just like this video. So easy. It doesn't cost you even a second, right? You could subscribe. You could hit the bell button. You could share this video. If you share this video, that really boosts the algorithm. Just share the video. Like, it just signals to YouTube that these videos are good. If you keep seeing people sharing it on Twitter, are the links coming from other places to our video? YouTube is like, what's going on? This video must be so good. We need to recommend it to more people, right? So even if you don't have a following, it doesn't matter. It just boosts the algorithm if you share the video somewhere. Okay, so share the video. If you don't want to, if you can't support us financially, that really does help. So please at least do that. Okay, again. Okay, I'm not gonna yell at you today, but okay, because I know you're gonna do it. Because today I know today you're gonna be. I was joking. I'm gonna yell at you. Subscribe, everyone watching. Subscribe right now. Hit the bell button. Do it now.